Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's Megan and today I'm going to be talking about what's in my backpack for school. It can be really easy to get drawn into consumer culture in back to school season. There are sales happening everywhere. People are shoving targeted ads down your throat on every social media that you use. Companies want you to buy things because back to school season is really big for them. That doesn't mean that you need to buy things. This is also going to be a little bit of an anti-back to school haul, showing you all of the things that I loved for the past few years that I'm using again this year. I'm here to remind you that you do not need to buy things during back to school season. You can use what you had already to save some money and to save the planet and to be a more conscious consumer. First, this is my backpack. I did buy it new this year. For the past 4 years, have used my sorority backpack because I was in a sorority and now I'm a grad student. And I last year felt fine wearing my sorority backpack to my grad classes because I still was an undergrad and really involved in my sorority. But now that I've graduated and I'm just a full-time grad student, I feel weird still wearing my letters on campus. So I bought a new backpack. It's a IN My Kanken, or however you say that company name. No, I didn't buy it so that I could be a Visco girl. I actually really love this brand for their sustainability initiatives, and I wanted to buy a backpack that supported a brand that was doing something about their impact on the environment. So this is one of their Kanken bags. It's made from recycled plastic bottles. I have one of the mini yellow ones and I've loved it, and so I got this. A lot of people say that it doesn't fit a lot of books. I don't go from class to class to class. I only have one class on each day that I have classes, so I don't need to be carrying around a whole bunch of books or anything, so this size really works for me. You can also see I have a whole bunch of pins on here. I had a whole bunch of pins on my old backpack, and my little mini yellow one is covered in pins and buttons, and I just feel like that's a fun way to show my personality. I have a tap for my tap shoe. I was a tap dancer. I have this little M that my mom gave to me. I have some Everlane pins. I love Naps But I Stay Woke is my favorite one. I have an Impossible Burger pin, something from the Girl Boss rally. Yeah, there's just a whole bunch of pins on here. So let's go into the big pocket first. The first thing I have in my backpack is my laptop. I do try to take notes on my computer to save paper, and it allows me to write a lot faster. So I like to type my notes if I have the option. Also, a lot of the classes that I'm taking are kind of technology based, which is unfortunate because I have a Mac and I'm in an Excel class again this semester. Those classes don't happen in a computer lab or anything, which is unfortunate, so I do need to have a computer with me when I go to class. This just has like the simplest Amazon case with a whole bunch of stickers. Tom's, The Morning Brew, My Sleepaway Camp, Vans, The Fluid Project, Make America Green Again. Yeah, so that's my laptop. There will be some classes where we have a guest speaker or somebody where I'll actually need to take handwritten notes. And for that, I have this decomposition notebook. I love these notebooks. I have a whole bunch of them, and I think I bought 4 for last year, and I never fill up the whole notebook, so I just keep them from semester to semester. I like cut out the pages in the front, so super janky, and it has my old class written on here, but I love these notebooks. They're made from 100% post-consumer waste recycled pages, and they're printed with soy ink, which means that they're natural. And it's made in the US, which is kind of cool. I'm trying to support more items that are made here so that the transportation emissions are lower. These are all my other ones in the other designs. This one is the one I use for work. This one I love because it's just very in your face and like kind of USC, the little hibiscus flowers and kind of neon. This one has a sloth lounging on kale. Incredible. And this one just looks like kind of like wood grain. So all of these have been used except for this new one, so you can see some of them are skinnier than others. I just cut out the pages that I use at the end of the semester. So as for notebooks, that's what I use. In grad school, we have to use these name tags. Like, it's double-sided. Moving on. We have to use these name tags for class. Basically, you like stick them into a slot on your desk or like in the case rooms that we have class in, and it just says your program and your first and last name. There's a lot of cold calling that happens in grad school, which is not my favorite, but you do need to have these so that your professors can call on you if you're not paying attention. So I just keep this in my backpack because otherwise I will forget. Next is my planner. I got this from Bando. It says Serious Businesswoman. It looks like pretty old and used and disgusting because I've been using it for the past year. I used it last fall, last spring, and it goes all the way until 2020, or all the way until January, so I'm gonna keep using it because I have it and I don't need a new one. I liked this especially. Last year I was feeling a lot of imposter syndrome going into grad school early, especially in the business school and especially as a young woman. I just felt like, I don't know, not that I didn't deserve to be there, but I felt like I needed to prove myself as a businesswoman that was capable of taking those classes and being there with everyone else who had work experience. So I bought this for myself kind of as a joke, but also not really, to remind myself that I am a serious businesswoman. I also love the calendar pages and the art in these Bando planners, or agendas, I guess they call them. Like, these two pieces of art are from there. This one is from there. And also the stickers in Bando planners are just like the best. And as you can tell from my laptop, I love stickers. So that is my planner. Next, I have my little pencil case. I've had this since probably my freshman year of high school. I got it at must have been Staples, but it's lasted me a long time, and I'm just reading it now. It looks like stamps, it looks like a letter, and it says, "My darling planet Earth," which is fitting. I have decided not to buy new pens and pencils this year because I have an insane amount of them, and as much as I'd like to have matching pretty pens and pencils, I just need them to be functional. I have a whole bunch of random pens and pencils and highlighters that I've collected over the years. I also have Post-its in here that I got for free at some event. Got some Dayquil because I have a weak immune system. The next thing I have is this utensil kit. I actually got this at my internship at Vans. It's made from the vinyl banners that hang in the stores. They recycled them into these cool utensil kits. So it has a little reusable cloth napkin and has a fork, a knife, and a spoon, wooden chopsticks, and a reusable straw with a straw cleaner. Last year, especially when I was taking 6 classes in the spring, I was eating lunch on campus all the time. Sometimes I'd have back-to-back-to-back classes, and I was needing to eat food on the go. So I always kept a utensil kit in my backpack. You don't need to go out and buy a utensil kit. I did that. I bought a cool bamboo one from Amazon because I wanted to have a nice pretty one that wrapped up all nicely. But you could take a towel or even a paper towel and wrap up just a set of cutlery that you have from your kitchen. The most sustainable thing is what you already have. So definitely take advantage of the stuff you already have in your kitchen. On to more sustainable things. I also keep a little reusable bag rolled up in my backpack. This is my USC Own It bag from the Women's Leadership Summit that I was on the executive board of last year. I just think it's always good to have a reusable bag with you. I keep one in my work bag, in my car. I always take one when I go out of the apartment, so it's a good thing to have. Next, I also keep this jar of nut, like a trail mix kind of thing. I'm always hungry. That's just kind of the way I am, and especially in my 3-hour classes. All of my grad classes are 3 hours straight. Sometimes we'll get a 10 or 15 minute break in the middle, but I get really hungry, so I like to bring snacks. I go bulk shopping at this place called Co-Opportunity Market, I believe. They have one in Santa Monica and one in Culver City. If you go to USC, you can take the metro right from campus to Culver City stop, and it's 2 minutes walking from that stop, so there's no excuse to not try bulk shopping. So I buy a trail mix, and then I also have some walnuts, and I just mix them together in this jar that I'm pretty sure is a jelly or jam jar from Trader Joe's that I used and now have reused. There are lots of vending machines in the area by my business classes, and a lot of people on our breaks will go and get chips or some kind of packaged snack, so this holds me accountable. If I have this full in my backpack, there's no need to go buy a snack. And the last thing in my backpack is my blue light glasses. So I had concussions in high school, and I'm convinced that that's why I get headaches more easily and more often. So these are my blue light glasses. I think they really help me especially with my classes, like my Excel class that I have from 6:30 to 9:30 at night. It's super dark in the classroom and I'm looking at a bright screen and like really focusing on the numbers, so I can get headaches really easily. So I like to wear these when I'm doing work at night or in like a low dark light situation. I wear these at work because our office has dim lighting. Definitely recommend these. I got these from I Buy Direct, I think when I was a freshman, and they don't have any prescription because I don't need a prescription for my eyes because they're 20/20. They do have just the blue light lenses, and I think they were like $20. I got them on some big sale weekend, so definitely check that out. And then this is just a glasses case that I got from Warby Parker. I really like it because it folds up flat, so it doesn't take up a lot of space. This is really nice for people that wear glasses. Highly recommend it. It also comes in fun colors. I wish I bought it in pink, but I have it in brown, so there's no need to buy another one. So that's all that I had in the big pocket. Now moving into the little pocket. I only have a few things in here because in this style of backpack you really just can't fit that much, which again is fine because I'm not on campus for super long hours. I'm just there for one class, maybe a meeting, maybe an office hours. I'm not really on campus that often. So the first thing I have in here, chapstick. This is from the Port of Long Beach. I am in a supply chain program and people from the Port of Long Beach come and speak to us in our classes all the time and are constantly handing out free stuff at these meetings. I somehow ended up with this chapstick and I just ran out of my favorite little EOS, and instead of buying a new one, I'm trying to use all these random chapsticks that I've acquired over the years. I have like maybe 4 or 5. So currently I'm using the Port of Long Beach chapstick. Ah, so fancy. Ooh, it has SPF 15. Natural aloe vera. Wow, that's actually kind of impressive. Alright, so that's the first thing. I have my AirPods. I only bring them to school though. I try not to bring them to work because so many times this summer I had my AirPods in and nobody could see because my hair was covering my ears, and someone from my department would come over and try to talk to me and they'd come from behind and I just wouldn't see them or would be like, huh, what? So I try to have the like earphones with the plug while I'm at work, but these are fine for school. The last thing that I have in my backpack in that front pocket are these reusable bamboo paper towels, or unpaper towels. I have a very weak immune system. I have 2 autoimmune diseases, so I get sick quite often. I also have really lingering colds when I get one. I had a cold during the last week of my internship maybe 2 weeks ago, and my nose still gets runny at night, so I like to bring these to my classes so that I don't need to carry around packs of tissues. They have 2 different patterns. I always liked this one because I like the color blue, and this one has llamas on it. These I use as like little reusable handkerchiefs, whatever people used to use to wipe their nose with something before we had tissues. They're made from bamboo, which is a super renewable resource and grows really quickly, which is cool. It's also really soft. These I just throw in the wash when I do my laundry, and you can even throw them in the dryer and then they're good as new and you can use them for whatever. So that's all that I keep in my actual backpack. I've never had a backpack that has a side pocket that's big enough for a water bottle, and I also have a strange attachment to my reusable cup, so I like to carry it. So this is my reusable Starbucks cup. It's like a metal cup, not plastic. The top is plastic, and this is one of my many reusable straws. I've lived above a Starbucks for 3 out of my 5 years at USC, and this Starbucks is directly on my commute to campus, so I like to go there and bring my reusable cup. If I don't have my cup, I normally have just a regular reusable water bottle. That is the end of my what's in my backpack video. I hope you enjoyed getting to see the things that I did buy, but also the things that I didn't buy for this school year. And I hope that it got you thinking a little bit about the things that you actually need to buy and what you can probably reuse from what you already have. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in my next video.